Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Time now to talk a little Navy women's lacrosse with co-captain Molly Doyle. And first of all, just your overview of where your team is right now as you guys head into what is obviously a big game this week with the Loyola Greyhounds.
Absolutely. So we're about halfway through the season, and we've suffered a few tough losses, but to top-ranked teams, so big learning experiences from there. But absolutely, we come in pretty much the biggest game of our season so far because this is the first one that really matters. Big contest against Loyola. They've won the past 2 years, the Patriot League, so it's kind of they're our kind of big rival in our league. Just knowing that we had won it 4 years previous when we came in. We're kind of the last class to win the Patriot League until they came in. So big little rivalry between us, but we're excited to get after it. Good long practice.
Coach schedules the likes of Duke and Boston College to help you with this game. Playing those two teams, what did you all learn about yourselves that maybe you can now take into this game, because you know every possession, every ground ball is going to be so critical coming up on Saturday?
Absolutely. So these two big ACC teams kind of offer us a lot more faster pace of play. Their defense and their attack always working 100% all the time. And yeah, exactly, it's working on all the the little things. We need every pass to be there, every ground ball to be ours, every kind of 50-50 matchup. We need to get those guys.
As a defender in this sport, I've often said, first of all, I don't know how anybody plays defense in this sport anymore. With the way the rules are that are already against you all as it is, how does a defender survive in this sport of women's lacrosse now?
You know, it has gotten a little tougher, but it just makes us work harder. That's all it is. You know, they really kind of focus on, the fundamental sport aspect. So, we're shifting away from, cross-checking, keeping your stick, vertical. And that just relies on, knowing that your teammate's next to you, because I'm not going to be able to reach with my stick. I'm just going to know that, hey, my teammate, Lizzie Rulin, or anybody else is going to be right next to me working with that slide. So it just makes us focus on the fundamentals, so, getting your feet work there. And
is it really, does it really essentially come down to technique then, especially?
I think so, because I think it's easy. I'm just focusing on, horizontal stick. They've really focused on, none of this like shoving, body to stick movement. So yeah, it's just fundamental. You got to use your feet. You're able to use your forearms, but exactly, it's nothing, too physical, out of the realm of, women's lacrosse.
Surprised at how big and fast the women have gotten in this sport. I mean, I did some games on the Big Ten Network last year, and I watched Maryland play, and I mean, just the size and the speed of the athletes. I find it to be amazing now in this sport as a defender trying to mark that caliber of player. Is it remarkable to see how far the sport has come now to where we've got such big, strong players and the great speed that they play the game at?
Oh, absolutely. It's exciting to see. Not only that, the caliber of players that are increasing absolutely every year. New teams get into the tournament every year. But just where it's kind of spreading. We're moving out into California. USC has a great program. So yeah, just the fact that lacrosse is definitely expanding and reaching kind of all parts of the country now, and really elevating every athlete's expectation of where they should be playing at.
At this point in your career, pleased with the production that you've been able to come up with as an individual player? Because let's face it, this place has a high demand, not only as an athlete, but certainly as a student. 52 straight starts. What has been, the key to staying healthy to start 52 straight games, but then do the things you have to do where your coaches say, hey, we think you're one of the best we have, and you've started 52 straight games as a result?
Absolutely. I think it just goes back to your teammates and your coaches. I think our coaches, not only in our sport, but around the yard, kind of have the best balance of, they kind of know what we go through on a day-to-day basis. So kind of focusing, if we have a long week, a game on Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, they're going to give us, the Sunday, maybe Monday if we have a long week off, kind of to recoup and rebuild. They keep our practices pretty pre-scheduled and pretty same, so we can schedule everything around that. And it's a lot on your own. You just need to recognize on the weekends, I'm going to go ahead and relax, ice when I need to. That's been a big focus of us this year. Go get that ice bath, even though I hate it, when I need to, because, like I said, we're only halfway through the season, and it's starting to get into that rough and tumble of back-to-back games. So
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever met an athlete that enjoys the ice.
And I'm definitely one of the worst. My feet, I'm terrible at it.
For you, Cody, and the rest of the older players, the leaders on this team, your all's leadership style, what has developed so far that you all are comfortable with? Because let's face it, as you've seen with captains of the past, everybody kind of leads in a different way. What allows you all to lead the way you think is best for this team right now?
So I think we're lucky in all of our, I guess, years past. We kind of like that lead by example kind of attitude. We're unique in that there's only 6 of us, so we're kind of outnumbered. We have a big youngster class and a big freshman class. So we're outnumbered a lot, even with the juniors. There's only 6 of them. So it's kind of, getting us all on the same page and recognizing, we kind of need to stick together, set that example, whether it's, off the field, getting your studies done, going to the library when you need to, or on the field, jogging or running to every play, being that first one to that 50-50 ball, all the little stuff. So, we really love that our other seniors are very involved with, how we want to lead and, show an example to the team.
You look through the years, a very select few in this game have had a chance to play for the greatest coach in this game. What has the experience been like to play for Cindy?
It's amazing. Yeah, if anybody knows the sport of lacrosse, you know that she's had a hand in every single coach across the country. So she absolutely brings a tremendous amount of talent and insight to the game. She's been there, from the kind of the first start until now. So, she has definitely a great aspect of, what's worked in the past, what works now, and kind of finding a mix of both. And she's brought in, amazing coaches throughout my entire time here who, really kind of found their niche and can teach us everything that they know.
How many miles do you think she runs during the course of a game on the sideline?
You know what? I'd love to.
You all got to put a Fitbit on her.
I was just gonna say we need to put a Fitbit on her because I'm sure she's got to get up there. But we love it because she shows excitement throughout every game. We're never not doubting whether she's fully in or excited about the team. So
can you gain it? I mean, obviously you all as student athletes here. I mean, I'm sure there are times where sometimes maybe practice or even a game is the last place you want to be that day. But do you all gain strength and gain some energy when you see a coach that shows that much enthusiasm for the game seemingly every single day?
Absolutely, because, it's in any big game, if it's not going your way, she'll be the first one to call a timeout and bring us back in and say, mostly at the end of the day, I don't really care what the end of the score is, but I need to see you fight for these last 10 minutes or so. So she is very good at kind of regrouping us when we need to and kind of giving us that little extra fight in us.
Why the Naval Academy?
Why the Naval Academy? You know what? I kind of say my biggest mistake was visiting here first because I fell in love. I really did. These players, they make it a joy to come here every single day to practice. I don't know, at other schools it might be kind of a dread. Oh, now I got practice. I got conditioning in an hour. But today it's kind of our outlet, our time to almost unwind and go have fun with our 40 best friends.
Did you battle a misconception of what the place might have been before you visited and then came away with a totally different view of it after you left?
I've been lucky enough to, for my sake, no. I know it was going to be completely different. My family kind of questioned, why the heck there? We have no military in the family, but I've been fortunate enough to have one of my best friends I went to high school with come here the year before me, and then my older sister actually played with the young twins who were seniors when I got here. Mm-hmm. So they've always been in my ear saying, yeah, it's a struggle. It's definitely a different school environment, but giving me little pieces and, kind of giving me a good idea if this was the place that I wanted to come to.
Why Marine Corps ground?
Why Marine Corps ground? I just kind of fell in love. I was able to spend a month at Leatherneck last summer, and even during approachment, my little week there, which kind of got me into Leatherneck. I just love the environment and the people that are going to be working for you. Ultimately, you're going to be working for them, and kind of the drive that they have every day to get the work done. They're motivated every day. Whether you tell them to do this or that, they're going to go out there and get the job done.
As you look obviously now into the future, what's different about you now that wasn't necessarily that case when you arrived here?
So I think if you ask anybody, any of the firsties or anybody that's graduated past, I was definitely kind of the shy one on the team my plebe year.
I never would have suspected that.
I'm going to be honest. If you ask anyone, even some of the juniors hear about it now, they'll make fun of me like, remember when you used to be super quiet? But yeah, they kind of, I'm able to grow up with them. And, these girls have become my best friends. I'm able to, like I said, we go to practice and we're able to unwind and kind of be who we want to be. And, yeah, they just encourage you to grow as a person and grow as an individual. And that's kind of, definitely where I've come. I've been able to, depend on myself more and become independent and, been fortunate enough to now show that and share that with everybody else.
If the lacrosse gods shine on you all with good health and everybody stays healthy, what can you all do with the rest of this lacrosse season?
Oh, Patriot Leagues is where we absolutely see ourselves at the end of the season. And it starts with this weekend against Loyola. It's kind of our first stamp and saying, we definitely want that championship back. Because like I said, the seniors are the last one to kind of taste that sweet taste of victory. And we really want to give it back to the rest of the team. And we think this is absolutely our time to do it. We have a ton of young players stepping up. A lot of the seniors are trying to encourage a lot of young players, keep fighting for that spot because we're going to need everybody when it comes down to the wire at the end. Right. So, Patriot League championships, that's where we're headed.
Appreciate the energy today. Good luck on Saturday against
Absolutely.
Loyola.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Molly Doyle joining us here, and of course you can follow the Mids all season long. Their schedule at www.navysports.com this week on the road at Loyola on Saturday afternoon.